like to welcome our next speaker, Ahmed Alnaouq. He's not new to Swindon. He's a second time from We Are Not Numbers.
Hello, Swindon. It's good to be back here. Thank you very much. It's very difficult actually to speak after Dr. Ramzi Baroud and David Meda. But allow me to say this. Yesterday, the ICJ issued its ruling that the Israeli occupation in the Palestinian territories is illegal. Don't ditch here. Sorry. And then Netanyahu said that this ruling is absurd. And I agree with him. I agree with Netanyahu for the first time in my life. I agree with this racist monster that this ruling is absurd. Do you know why? Because it took a genocide. It took a genocide for the ICJ to say that the Israeli occupation is illegal. What kind of world is that? It took the ICJ 57 years to say that the colonization, the occupation, the besiegement, the theft of land, the settlements is illegal. Isn't that absurd? It is absurd.
Yes.
It is absurd. And we, the Palestinians, we do not need the ICJ to tell us that this is legal or illegal, because we know, we the Palestinians, we determine what is legal and what is illegal. The killing of the Palestinian people is illegal.
Yes.
And there shouldn't be a ruling or opinion about it. We, the Palestinian people, we have the right to live, to prosper, to have sovereignty over our own lands. And we do not need rulings to tell us that. It is absurd. It's not only absurd that the ICJ said that this is an illegal occupation. It is also absurd that the ICJ did not rule out that the Israeli apartheid is illegal. The Israeli occupation in all of the Palestinian lands is illegal. In all of the Palestinian lands is illegal. The occupation that started in the Nakba is illegal. I have the right to go back to my homes and lands in Yafa and Be'er Saba and live there. And that should be legal. It is absurd that the existence of the Zionist ideology is continuing until this day. This is absurd. It is absurd that the Israeli leaders, the criminals, the genocidals, are allowed to enter the UK and the US and to be celebrated in parliaments. This is absurd. It is absurd that Zionism is there still after what they have done. And it is time that we say it out and declare Zionism must be abolished. This sheer racist ideology must be dismantled now and forever. We can't have racist ideologies there. It is absurd that people in the UK can say clearly that they are Zionists and they're not ashamed. We must shame them. Shame on them. Shame on everyone that calls himself a Zionist or calls herself a Zionist. Because Zionism is racism and there is no good Zionism. Whether it was liberal or not liberal Zionism, it is all bad, sheer racism that must be abolished. It is absurd that the genocide is still continuing until this day. It is absurd that we're seeing televised genocide every day on our screen, TV screens, and we're allowing it to happen. It is absurd that the West is allowing Israel to bomb our children, to besiege our children and our men and our women, bomb them in their homes, bomb their hospitals, their schools, their universities. It is absurd that we allow this to happen. It's absurd that the UK government, the should-be Labour government, still did not recognize the state of Palestine. Although it's not enough. It is absurd that we live in this world where killing the children in Gaza is normalized. This is what's absurd. It is absurd that we're not taking action. It's absurd that many of us are not brave enough to call Israel what it really is, an apartheid state. And apartheid must be dismantled. It is absurd that some of us are still scared to call for our rights under international law. Resistance is our right under international law, and we should not be ashamed to call for our rights. And my friends, this is bleak times. It's very dark times that genocides are allowed to happen in Gaza, that the people in Gaza are being killed and slaughtered, that Gaza has become a slaughterhouse and a prison at the same time, that people are being bombed and killed and lose their lives and starve to death while they are still under siege, so they can't escape. They can't escape the bombing, and we're allowing this to happen. But also there is hope. There is hope that the Palestinian culture and civilization and our national anthems and our food and our dressing is spreading all over the world. So Israel can kill the Palestinian people in Gaza in tens of thousands, but they can't kill the Palestinians in our hearts, in our minds. And we are born everywhere, all around the world, because we are all Palestinians. No matter how much they kill, no matter how much they destroy of our houses and homes, the Palestinians will survive. They will prosper. They will spread all around the world, and our culture will spread all around the world, because our culture is a culture that deserves to be celebrated and spread all around the world. And you guys give me hope. You are thousands of miles away from Palestine, but still you care. Maybe the Palestinians are not of the same of your race, your color, your religion, but you care for humankind. You care for your brothers and sisters in Palestine. And because of you, and because of people like you all around the world, I think Palestine will be free from the river to the sea. Thank you.